So there's been another incident that I've witnessed, but this time at my actual doorstep.
Burn it! Burn it all up! Get away from me! So you gonna help them shoot me, huh? Hey, loyal.
Put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic.
So first off, I want to start off saying everyone is good. The situation was handled pretty well for what it was. So I'm going to walk you guys through that night / morning, technically this morning, because this happened around 1 a.m. Basically, I was preparing to record a video as usual, was working on getting a gameplay together, and it led to me recording something completely different. So I was dealing with OBS having its issues again. I had to restart my PC, and I was also dealing with this constant yelling from a distance, but I automatically assumed it was coming from the apartments near my house because they be having some arguments a lot of times, though usually not this late at night. So maybe 10 to 15 minutes later, once I got everything up and running and I was finally able to press record, before I can even press record, there's now a knock at my door, and it's from my mother, and she came to tell me that there is a man on our porch yelling, saying to bring him his meds and to call the ambulance. Now I'm immediately in shock because I'm like, there is a man on our porch at 1 a.m. What? Which brings me back to the time that we had got called to let us know that the police was on our roof because they were looking over at our neighbor's house to see if they could see any activity. Like, I'm literally always awake and around when some wildness is going down. So obviously the next concern is, do we want to involve the cops in this? Because one, that can escalate things, but two, we have to think about people in this house. This person is saying that they need their meds, so who knows how far this can go. Like, my concern is you're right under our window yelling at the top of your lungs that you need your medicine. I'm like, next thing you're gonna start doing is banging on the window, and I'm like, that's a no for me. But our neighbors had already called the cops and they were pretty close. So once they arrived, they actually knew the man, and the first thing they said to him was, didn't we just see you at the gas station? And I'm like, you didn't see him and yet he's here? Why is that a thing? So as they're walking up to him, he announces that he has no weapons, just a flashlight, which he is flickering at them to let them know where he's at, because he had moved from the porch and now is sitting on the side of my house, slightly behind some bushes. So now I'm gonna just let the clips play.
Where can you go, man? Just be with other people. Where can you go? You were just over there on Fairfield, man. The other gas station. My father decided I had during the day, put out his burial. Yes, sir. Help you out. Go. Back to your house.
But overall, I hope everyone is pleased with how the situation panned out. I think it went pretty smoothly, especially compared to how terrible some of these situations can turn out when involving the cops, and not only someone having a mental breakdown, but a black person having a breakdown. But luckily, that wasn't the case here. It went pretty smoothly. They also had mentioned that he was at other people's houses as well. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Albert Einstein. There needs to be a better situation when it comes to mental breakdown, something like a mental crisis center, where instead of getting sent to jail or possibly hurting someone or yourself, you will go to a center where people will look after you, take whatever meds that are prescribed to you to help you recover, calm down, regroup, get some rest, and talk to some people. Something of that nature to not only keep yourself safe, but those around you. I definitely believe everything happens for a reason. I don't know if this happened near me so I can bring some type of awareness to it, but I'm just happy that it didn't go extreme like I've seen on the internet with these type of situations. Now, when it comes to these types of incidents, I typically always record them even before I started doing YouTube. But the typical routine then was to record, talk about it, some time pass, I forget about it, and then eventually delete the video. And there's just so many shocking moments in life. You never know how you're going to react to them until you're in the middle of it. But there isn't a big moral of the story here other than stay safe, keep your house locked up, have your cameras up at all angles. You know, always pay attention to your surroundings. You never know what's going to go down around you, even at your own home. Also, check in with yourself. Make sure you're taking care of your mental, because once you lose this, you basically lose everything, because you are this, you know? You're not all this, you're this. But anywho, hopefully we'll get the proper necessary things to properly deal with mental health challenges going down the line, because, you know, and yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. Next video, of course, will be on a much lighter note. You know, we just have to bring some real life in here. I was literally getting ready to record a gameplay, and then I got slapped in the face with the fact that there is a man outside of my house screaming at the top of his lungs. But yes, I'm gonna get out of here. Make sure you visit the like button, the feedback box is down below, and most importantly, visit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And with all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.